Well, good afternoon, everybody. I don't think we could have picked a nicer day to release an owl back to the wild. Now, this is a great horned owl. The great horned owl is the largest owl that we have in this part of the country. They're absolutely beautiful animals. Well, let me get this guy out of here. Now, this is a completely wild horned owl, and have to be a little bit careful getting a hold of him.
Was he injured?
Yes, this particular owl was hit by a car out in Burrow, and so very, very severe concussion. When I was called in by the fishing game to pick it up, and I picked up the owl and brought it to our rescue center. It couldn't stand, it couldn't eat, you know, it was in absolutely dire shape. It took a few days before we got it enough so that it could stand. Finally it started feeding itself, and now it eats like a horse. It's been flying around the chambers, and its vision has come back because it was blind because of the concussion, and now it's ready to go back to the wild. And Doug is the president of the Audubon Society in Las Vegas, and he drove all the way up here to release the owl. So I figured he came the furthest, he gets the honors to release the owl. Does that make sense to everybody? So,
gonna do that.
Actually, I thought Glenn came the furthest.
Well, that's true, but he's my son. He's already released an eagle, so it doesn't count. Okay, let's see if I can get this guy. The most dangerous part is trying to get the birds out of a box. That's the most dangerous part of the whole game here, because they're not happy about me grabbing them. Yeah. Can you guys hear the hiss? Hi, sweetie. 1 foot. There we go. Got 1 foot here. Okay, sweetheart, I got you. There we go. Isn't that a beautiful animal?
Is he stuffed?
Is he stuffed? No. Well, yes, he's stuffed with pigeon. He had a pigeon for breakfast. So he's in good shape there. Now let me bring him around and we can talk a little bit about him so that you understand. First of all, these large owls have the world's softest feathers. The feathers are so soft that when an owl flies and the wind strikes the feathers, it muffles the sound. So all owls have what we call silent flight. So when this owl leaves, you will not hear a sound because their wing beats make no sound whatsoever. Now, because the feathers are so soft, they're not very fast. You know, the falcons have very stiff feathers, and those stiff feathers hold the air tight, and they can move through the air very quickly. The owl's feathers are soft, so they're not very fast. So an owl requires stealth. And so that's why an owl is a nocturnal hunter, because it's using the darkness to help it find its prey. Now, the owl has, I can bring this around so you can see, look at those talons. Those are the sharpest talons of any bird in the world. And they will do you damage, I promise. On the very edge of these talons is a razor blade. Full wings. Nice large wingspan. They're a beautiful animal to work with. The feathered leg. Now the owl has those beautiful yellow eyes designed to collect light. Now I want you to imagine you're right here. It's nighttime. Heavy cloud cover and a moonless night. Just as dark as you can imagine. This owl can see just as well in those conditions as you can see in bright sunlight. So these eyes collect a great deal of light. The feathers on the top of the head, that is all they are. They're not horns, they're not ears, they don't have anything to do with hearing. They are nothing but feathers. That's all that is. And so when we say great horn, it's just because of the feathers on top of the head. The face is divided in the center, and there's kind of a right dish shape and a left dish shape, and that's sound sensitive. Basically, when sound hits it, it's amplified because of the dish shape, and because it's divided right in the center, it's directional. So an owl sits up in a tree at night. It's dead quiet. Little mouse is going through the underbrush. That little rustly sound, it hits the face. It's amplified because of the dish shape. It's directional. You can tell if it's coming from the right or left. And as he turns his head toward the mouse, his eyes focus in that dark, dark night. You can see the mouse. He glides down off the tree. He grabs the mouse and he swallows it whole. A great horned owl can eat a dozen mice every night. Okay, one of the best rodent controls you could possibly have. So we love to have them. If you have owls nesting around your neighborhoods, you're very fortunate. Encourage that, guys, because they'll really keep the rodent population down for us. It was last year's young. Well, they're full grown at 9 weeks.
Oh, okay.
9 weeks, as big as they will ever get. They're the size of their mom and dad, and they're out ready to start hunting. So this is a full-grown, full-size owl, but they have to grow very quickly. But this is this year's young. Okay. Doug, you want the honors?
I'm hiding.
You're hiding. Get over here.
I'm
Get over here. Okay, you got to take your gloves off. The gloves diminish your ability to hold on to. Now what I'm going to want you to do, and then we're going to walk over closer to there. What I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to hand the owl to you, and with your left hand you're going to put it around just below the feet and hold on to those legs right there, and bring it into your chest, and then put your hand right here. Okay. Okay, put them into your chest. Right there. Got those talons, hold them good and tight. Got them good and tight? All right. And there you go. You've got your owl. It's all yours. And let me grab my camera. It's real. So I can just
Okay. Just throw it?
Yeah, wait. Just wait a few minutes.
Yeah. But really, just throw it?
Yeah, just toss it up.
Throw it away from you, but not quite yet.
You ready, Nancy?
Okay?
Yep.